Chris Bennett's Country Climb, Star of the Week.
This week it is GlenBrooke, woo, from Michigan. Woo, woo, woo. Thanks so much for joining.
Hello.
Hello. Sholo says hello to GlenBrooke. How about we play a little icebreaker game to get to know each other before we move on? You ready?
Let's do this.
What was the first album you ever bought?
Oh, the first album I ever bought? Oh my gosh, you're taking me back when I was like really little. It probably was like NSYNC or Britney Spears or something wild.
Is there a song you wish you had wrote?
Yeah, I'm a song by Stephen Wilson Jr.
Oh, I absolutely love him. He's amazing. Do you have a dream venue that you want to play?
The Red Rocks. And then probably Pine Knob, which is a spot here in Michigan.
And if you weren't a musician, what would you be?
I mean, I was a stay-at-home mom for a while, so I mean, I kicked butt at that. But it would have to be something that is people-y, because I love people.
Right.
So I'm not really sure. Maybe probably sales.
Yeah. And last question. This is going to be the hardest question I ask all day. If you had one country song to request for the rest of your life, that's the only song you could request at weddings, parties, radio, whatever, what country song are you requesting?
Oh my gosh. Oh, this isn't fair.
Mine would be Travis Tritt, Great Day to Be Alive.
Oh, that's a wonderful song. You know what? I would have to say Brooks and Dunn, Neon Moon.
Oh, I love me some Brooks and Dunn. Actually, let's go ahead and play some Brooks and Dunn, requested by today's Country Climb Star of the Week, GlenBrooke.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. We're talking to GlenBrooke, today's Country Climb Star of the Week, and we had a little fun with our icebreaker game. Now, let's get to the nitty-gritty and find out who is GlenBrooke. How did you get started in music? Tell us a little about your journey.
I grew up in a musical family. My dad was the lead singer and lead guitarist of a band here in my hometown. And I grew up with that around me, along with my brothers playing either drums or guitar or singing. My aunt played the drums. Everybody kind of dabbled in it, so I was always around it. And so growing up, I think I was about 7 when I decided to pick it up. The first song I ever learned was Dixie Chicks, Take Me Away.
Oh, I love that song. Yeah. And that just went through your whole youth. When did you start playing shows and writing your own music?
I started performing out in high school. I had a teacher that was he influenced me a lot to get myself out there. And so he was performing out, and if he did, he'd let me come and play a song or two. And that's kind of how I got my feet wet. And in high school is when I started writing as well. And it kind of just snowballed into about 19 or 20 when I really wrote my first song that I thought was cool, and recorded that in my early 20s. So.
And then was there a specific moment when you realized that this is what you want to do with your life? Music was it?
Yeah, I think I realized early on, probably in high school, when I was like, this is going to be it. Because you know those tests that they make you take in high school where they're like, fill out all the answers, they'll tell you what you are going to be? Well, every time I'd fill them out, it would always come back and tell me I was going to be a teacher. And I'm like, absolutely not. Like, that sounds horrific. I can't do that. So I would go back in because I'm like, no, I want to be a singer. So I would change it all out so that it would always answer that I was going to be that or a radio host or something. So I think that's when I knew.
And you live in Michigan. You travel to Nashville a lot. What's the Michigan music scene like, and has that shaped you in the type of music you do?
It's definitely shaped me in a lot of different ways. We've got a big community up here. Nashville's saturated, but Michigan has a lot of awesome talent, very versatile, very different. And being within those communities, it's kind of helped me find myself and not so much always feeling like you have to be like the next or the artist that's already there. It's okay yourself and own it. And these communities up here are very much that. They're finding their own lane. They've found their own lane. They are their own person, and we're all kind of just rocking it out that way. It's awesome. I'm very, very proud.
What's your favorite
So,
part about being a singer and a songwriter and a performer?
touching people on so many different levels. I absolutely I enjoy writing music that is true to me. It's absolutely a song. It's something that probably happened in my life that I wrote about. Um, and the older I get, the more storytellish they become. I was just watching a docuseries on Billy Joel, and they were trying to figure out his album at one point, and he's like all over the place in these different genres, if you will. And I'm like, I feel like that's a lot of me. I feel like I fall everywhere sometimes, but it always seems to kind of cohesively come back into one unit. But yeah.
And I've seen your style described as country soul with the rock and roll edge. What does that mean to you, and what artists have maybe helped inspire that?
I stopped describing myself as country rock because I feel that I fall more into an American roots. And I say that because, like, inspo wise, I grew up on Stevie Nicks and Tom Petty and the Eagles and James Taylor. And I grew up on all these influences that my dad listened to. But then I myself fell in love with Miranda Lambert. And nowadays I'm obsessed with Cassie Ashton and Jackson Dean, Stephen Wilson Jr., Brian Martin. I love male vocals. I'm hardcore. I feel like I'm low where I just kind of hang out there. Normally when I play out, people are like, can you play, Shania Twain or something? It's like, yes, I can. I can lower it to do it, but I'd rather play a male song. But there's just so many influences that I feel like I'm kind of creating my own niche. I don't know if it's country rock. It feels that way sometimes, but I like to call it American roots now. So.
Well, it is amazing. Make sure everyone check out today's Country Climb Star of the Week, GlenBrooke. We're going to be playing some of her music coming up next. But first, we have a fun game planned. We'll be right back on Q Country 92.5. I love that new Jackson Dean song, Heaven to Betsy.
I play that. It's one of my favorites.
Oh, gosh. I would love to see that. Do you have that on social media? Have you singing it yet, or?
I do have it on social media.
It's now time for musician questions with a musician. Today's Country Climb Star of the Week, GlenBrooke, visiting us from Michigan. All right, here's some questions for you. What's your songwriting process? Do you come up with the lyrics first or the melody?
Okay, a majority of the time it is lyrics. But lately I feel like I've been getting a lot more experimental with my the melody that I'm creating on the guitar. So it's been chords first, but mostly it's lyrics first.
And do you hear the music in your head, like when you're out and about, and then you sit down at the guitar, or do you sit down at the guitar and you just start like playing and see what comes out?
It's from scratch. Yeah.
What's the most useful advice another artist has given you?
I once was told that if I ever stop getting nervous in music that I should stop. And I think that's true because to some degree you should always feel a vulnerability to what you're doing. I think it brings so much more, I don't know what the word is. I don't know. I just totally agree with that. I feel like you are lacking something when you lose that, you know? I don't know how to describe it. It's like, I can't even think of the word right now. But yeah, it's just more gratifying, I think, if you are keeping that vulnerability and feeling nervous. I mean, like, I get nervous before every show, sometimes more than others, depending on how big, but yeah.
Well, what's your pre-show ritual? Anything weird or wonderful you do?
My band and I always do a cool little chant together. I can't completely share it here because there's swearing involved, but we do a pretty cool chant, and it always gets us amped up. And we used to, or sometimes we'll say like a cool prayer. Warm up wise, earlier in the day, I'll always like play through a few songs and just kind of get myself warmed up and maybe have some tea, but that's about it.
And last question, if you could co-write a song with someone, who would it be?
Stephen Wilson Jr.
Heck yes, there we go. That was musician questions for a musician. Today's Country Climb Star of the Week guest, Glen Brooke. We are going to be back with her and play one of her latest songs here on Q Country 92.5. We are back with our best friend, Glen Brooke, today's Country Climb Star of the Week. You have a great song that you're going to let us play here on Q Country 92.5 in Show Low, Arizona. It's called Moving On. Tell us a little bit about this song, how it was inspired, and what it means to you.
Moving On is based off of, I was going through a hard time in some relationships. I was coming out of a divorce and I was seeing someone, and I was going through just this whole process of like finding myself and grieving and kind of shedding an old relationship and trying to get into a new one. And I kind of felt like it was best put, you know, when you meet somebody, you know, you have like that special song, you know, maybe you're out at a bar and you hear a song together, you're like, that's our song, or, you know, whatever. Or it's your wedding song or whatever. But I feel like in relationships, if you hit turmoil, sometimes you feel like you could go back to that song and maybe it'll, you know, make a spark again and help you guys get back. Or maybe you don't and you have a new song and that's just called Moving On, and you just, you know, you kind of just gotta shed it and move on and find a new song. So it's very difficult for me to describe. I kind of leave it up to the listeners and make your own assumption and opinion, and maybe it'll hit home for you in a different way. But that's kind of where my mindset was.
Right. Well, I'm excited to play it for our listeners here at the Q Country Nation. Here's a song from today's Country Climb Star of the Week, Glen Brooke, with her song, Moving On.
You said I'm moving along, heading out the door, not waiting like the song was sing about a boy and a girl meeting for a drink. I said you're moving on, did you even give it time to hear a wine in the car with a song about a boy and a girl in a bar? But you can't go back, can't finish time. But if I had the chance to play the song one last time about a boy and a girl needed words, just one last time. like the Chevy truck you didn't love, like the boy and that girl. We should go and get it stuck, but you can't go back. Can't finish time, but if I had the chance to play the song one last time, about a boy and a girl who made it work. Just one last time, we live our lives, heading out of the lyric. There's nowhere to spin it back to that day when we first heard it. It's a new kind of song where we belong and we're moving on. Like the boy and that girl, we live more again while this song. We're moving on. Moving on. Just one last time, live our lives, heading out of the lyric. There's nowhere to spin it back to that day when we first heard it. It's a new kind of song where we belong and we're moving on. Like the boy and that girl, we live more again while this song. We're moving on. Whoa, moving on. I said you're giving up like the Chevy truck you didn't love, like the boy and that girl. We should go and get it stuck.
That was GlenBrooke, today's Country Climb Star of the Week, with her song Moving On. Woo! That is a beautiful. And I don't know music very well, but near the end, was it a guitar that was playing, or the picking, or what instrument was that? It was like a cool guitar solo or something.
Oh, there's a mandolin in there.
That's what it is. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That is that's amazing. Where'd you record that at?
So we recorded that at Southlight Sound in Nashville. Leland Grant and his team and session workers were amazing. They kicked butt. I tell you what, I was mesmerized on how fast those puppies can work and how perfect they do it. It was so cool.
Well, it's an amazing recording, an amazing song. Everyone, you got to follow GlenBrooke. You have socials, and you also play some covers, and you do some great musical videos on your socials. How can we follow and support you moving forward?
Thank you. Obviously on all the social media platforms is the pain of the game, right? So I have TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, I don't know, YouTube, you name it. I have all the things all under GlenBrooke or GlenBrooke Music. You can find me under those.
GlenBrooke, it's
My
GLEN.
website is,
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
yep. Yeah, no, you're fine. GlenBrooke, GlenBrooke, all one word. And you can, you can just follow me on there. That would be great. It helps me along on this wild journey I'm on.
Heck yes. Give her a follow and listen to her music. And make sure you listen to our podcast version as well, because we have another great song that is not radio appropriate. It's a little spicy, but we're going to spice things up here on our podcast, The Morning Brew with Chris Bennett and Best Friends. What's this one called? What's this one about? You could say it.
This one is about being in a relationship. It's about being in a relationship. It's the best way to describe it, man. Like, it's called and that's what it's about.
Heck yeah, and I love this song. We're going to play it for our audience right now. This is GlenBrooke with her song.
feel like I'm walking a thin, thin line. Caught up in my mind, trying to convince myself I'm fine. One minute I'm strong and can go it alone. The next you walk back in, my heart's at home. Where will the breaking stop? Too much commotion and all I want is love. Tell me one thing made you run away. I say I'm sorry, then regret what I say. Is it me? Is it me? Is it you? How much longer are we gonna need to do this shit? I remember I told you that I knew, and just like that you caught me like a flower in the way you blew. I found my way back in, and now I'm here, and you don't know what to say. Why can't I just accept it and walk away? Walk away. Where will the breaking stop? Too much commotion and all I want is love. Tell me one thing made you run away. I say I'm sorry, then regret what I say. Is it me? Is it me? Is it you? How much longer are we gonna need to do this shit? What was I to you all this time spent? I'm questioning who I am and you don't give a damn. What was I to you all this time spent? I'm questioning who I am and you don't give a damn. Where will the breaking stop? Too much commotion and all I want is love. Tell me one thing made you run away. I say I'm sorry, then regret what I say. Is it me? Is it me? Is it you? How much longer are we gonna need to do this? How much longer are we gonna need to do this shit? What was I to you all this time spent? I'm questioning who I am and you don't give a shit.
Yes, another great one from GlenBrooke. Your voice is phenomenal. You have so much soul and power behind your voice, and your lyrics are great. Do you ever, I imagine that song, you had to be writing some of the lyrics, and you're like, oh, that's good. What's your favorite lyric you've ever
Bro.
written?
Ooh, the favorite lyric I've ever written, it just recently. However, I wrote that within like 45 minutes.
Oh, nice.
That song didn't take me long to write. I think I was really on a fuel fire train there. It was pretty wild. But the favorite lyric I've written recently is "Oh, what I wouldn't give to hold you a little longer, kid."
That is a beautiful lyric.
Most favorite line.
Yeah, I have a daughter who's 17, well, 25 and 17, and the 17-year-old starting her senior year of high school. And so when you said that like, oh,
My gosh.
what I wouldn't give just to hold that kid a little, like that is beautiful. Is that, there we go. Is that a song that's out right now or no?
Actually, I just wrote that song a few weeks ago, so it's going to be recorded here probably in the next couple weeks. If not, late next month, I would like to get it in because it's pretty awesome. So
we can't wait for more new music from GlenBrooke, and you should listen to all her music she has on all streaming platforms. Follow her online on all socials and continue to support her. Thank you so much for being our Country Climb Star of the Week. And if you ever have anything to promote in the future, you're always a friend of the show. You're welcome aboard.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you for this opportunity. I can't say thank you enough to Austin Burke and Shauna, his dad, and Playlisted, and everyone just opening these opportunities up to me. I really appreciate you guys. So thank you.
Absolutely. Huge shout out to Playlisted Podcast. Thank you so much. This has been our Country Climb Star of the Week. Good morning. It's the Morning Brew with Chris. Who's this?
This is Dusty.
Betsy?
Dusty.
Oh, Dusty. Dusty. Where are you from, Dusty?
Well, I was born from my mother's womb, but I do live here in Show Low.
Heck yeah, Dusty from Show Low. What can I do for you this morning?
I was going to leave that up to you.
Oh, yeah, because I start the show. I say, give me a call. Have a game you want to play, a story you want to tell, or let me figure it out. So let's play a game. How about that?
Okay.
We are going to play rapid fire questions with Dusty from Show Low to get to know you a little bit better. You ready?
I am ready.
All right. If you were a farm animal, which one would you be?
A farm animal? Which one would I be? Oh, boy. I would say a lamb.
Oh, that's cute. I was going to say I'd be a cow. What's worse, stepping on a Lego or spilling hot coffee on yourself?
Oh, stepping on a Lego.
Yeah, I don't know. If it's super hot, it could burn you. A Lego is just painful for a second. What's your go-to karaoke song?
5 Minutes by Lori Morgan.
Oh, mine is Shania Twain. Let's go, girls.
Oh, now, I like that song.
And last one, do you have a personal catchphrase?
Catchphrase?
Mine's don't be jerk.
Don't be what?
Don't be jerk.
I'm not certain. I think I say several different things. I would probably say my catchphrase is, that name's held in trust.
That was rapid fire questions with our new best friend, Dusty from Show Low. Dusty, you want 2 tickets, compliments of Comfort Fit Dentures to my comedy show this Saturday at the Show Low Elks Lodge at 7?
I would be honored to receive those. I appreciate that.
Heck yeah, hooking you up with those tickets from Comfort Fit Dentures. You'll feel comfortable always. And if you weren't as lucky as our best friend, Dusty, you can get your tickets to our almost sold out comedy show, Chris Bennett's Comedy Birthday Bash at ChrisBennettComedy.com with headliner Ryan Niemiller from America's Got Talent, top 3 finalists. Dusty, what station hooked you up?
92.5.
You know it. Arr! Good morning. It's the Morning Brew with Chris. Who's this?
Good morning, Champion Chris. Happy birthday. One more day to the bash.
One more day till Chris Bennett's Comedy Birthday Bash. My birthday is actually on the 29th, but the birthday bash is right around the corner. Only one day away, Brian.
Yeah, and the party begins.
Yes, it's at the Show Low Elks Lodge. It's 21 and over. We have national touring headliner Ryan Niemiller, who is a top 3 finalist of season 14 on America's Got Talent. Cricket Gill from the Valley, who won the Funniest Person in the Valley contest last year. Myself will be hosting, and we even have some White Mountain residents doing short little guest sets, trying their hand at stand-up comedy. Bryce Rove and Joe G. Doors, Alberto's Food Truck, and the bar open up at 5:30, and the show gets started at 7. And we have
the after hours.
Yeah, and then we have an after-hour party over at Rocky's. We're going to go do some karaoke karaoke at Rocky's Cocktail Lounge on the Deuce. So I hope to...
Sounds like a great party for a birthday.
Oh, man, I can't wait. It's going to be such a fun show, and it's going to be packed. This is going to be our biggest show yet. We're at about 160 tickets and only less than 40 left. So
you got to get them today or at the door, huh?
Yeah. If there's any left, you could get them at the door, but if you just want to make sure that you have a ticket, you should go to chrisbennettcomedy.com today. And I'm looking forward in about a week. You have the big Pinedale Chuck Wagon Fest and the pie sale.
Yeah, that's going to be a good party, too.
It's going to be a lot of fun at the Pinedale Community Center. The Pinedale Chuck Wagon Festival is just awesome event.
And we're going to have a lot of pies. The ladies are baking pies, fresh homemade pies.
Heck yes, I can't wait. Yum, I'm already drooling a little bit.
Woo! That's my blood! Because Pop Beaumont said so!
Yee! It's everyone's favorite redneck from Beaumont, Texas. It's Paul from Beaumont. What do you think of our new country climb star of the week, Glenn Brooke?
Hey, that was good, man. She's got a driving like bluesy, like you're right, man. Like a real loud voice. It's like good.
Yeah, so powerful. It's just amazing. So everyone,
dude,
what do you got going on this weekend?
Well, I got to go back for another sleep study.
Oh, no.
That's going to blow. Yeah, I'm going to have to find something to take because doctor said they can give me melatonin. So I'll probably take a couple shots in the parking lot, stuck it with a beer.
And then do your little sleep study. And then when do you get your fat shot?
The 5th.
The 10th?
The 5th.
Oh, the 5th. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
Paul's going to be losing some weight. How about when we come back, we play a little game?
Okay, let's play a game.
It is now time for Are You Smarter Than a Redneck? Today, Paul, is National Hire a Veteran Day. So first, I just want to thank you so much for your service, Paul, and for all those brave men and women that have served our great country we live in and continue to serve this great country. We're so grateful for the sacrifices you have made. For National Hire a Veteran Day, I thought I'd let you pick the trivia today.
All right, well, how about, I've been on a hot streak. How about country music?
Country music. You got it. If you know the answer, say your name. That's your buzzer. It is multiple choice. Here we go. What was the name of Merle Haggard's backup band? Was it the Drifters, the Jailbirds, the Gamblers, or the Strangers? Paul, go ahead. The Drifters? Nope. I'm going to say
the Travelers.
Oh,
A.
There is no Travelers. It's the Drifters. A is Drifters, and you are wrong. I'm going to say the Strangers. The Strangers! Woo! Heck yeah, I'm up 1-0. It's the first 1 to 3 wins. In which song does Hank Williams sing, I got a hot rod Ford and a $2 bill? Is it Lost Highway, Honky Tonk Blues, Setting the Woods on Fire, or Hey Good Lookin'? Paul.
Hey, good looking.
Hey, good looking. Yes. All right. We're tied at 1 apiece. What did George Strait elope with his high school, where did George Strait elope with his high school sweetheart? Was it Canada, Costa Rica, Ireland, or Mexico? Paul.
Mexico.
Is it Mexico? Oh my gosh. He's up 2-0. One right answer away from winning. Which singer did Dolly Parton replace on the Porter Wagner Show? Was it Brenda Lee, Barbara Mandrell, Connie Smith, or Norma Jean? Chris, I'm going to say Barbara Mandrell. No. It's either Brenda Lee, Connie Smith, or Norma Jean.
Connie Smith?
Is it Connie Smith? No, I live to fight another day. It is, no, it wasn't Brenda Lee. It was Norma Jean. Here we go. In which song does George Jones sing, he had underlined in red every single I love you, Paul?
He stopped loving her today.
That's
right.
Don't
ask me no George Jones stuff, man. You done lost your mind.
Holy moly, he is on fire. That's one smart redneck. You are smarter than a very handsome radio DJ, Paul. Congratulations.
And you know what? You got left behind.